find Magan Canyon, it goes directly. And the other spot is where the Four Canyons are located at Morobe Patra Post. Four Canyons heads are very close to the shoreline. As soon as it gets there, it hits 1,000 meters. It's very close. That's where we want all the tailings to get down to 1,000 meters as soon as possible to make the DSTP to work. So that was my recommendation to CEPA, and now we ended up here saying the same thing. You're not taking it into consideration. You're not taking it into consideration. And it's a big issue here. And finally, I would like to say that the 30 million Kenyan that you spend on environmental impact plan, that came out when EIS was out in 2018. Now you came up with a figure with 60 million. Where did the other 30 million come from? A little bit, you can correct me. On the paper, it's a 30 million Kenyan was spent on the environmental impact assessment plan. But just today, you just said 60 million. It's a little bit, it's not working right with me. Anyway, finally, but not least, the three pipeline corridor. It runs through human habitation, and then it goes through the second largest city in PNG, and it's going to expand in the future. And you're going to bury the pipe or those three pipes that's less than 2 meters depth. That's crazy. You don't find any of this corridor run through major cities in the world, not even in South Africa. I don't know, you're going to have plan to move the pipe somewhere, those three pipes that can run away from human habitation, from the major city that's growing. There's another issue here, and CEPA didn't take any consideration of that. It's a big gap. I forgot one thing. Let me think. I want to say something. Yeah, the DSTP. Lear is an island, right? Lear is an island just like Misima. So if you place a DSTP on an island, you got no problem. The inclination is there because it's just a mountain coming out from the ocean. Not a problem. Misima, the pipe broke at 20 meters and the tailings are still flowing. Nobody got hurt because all the characteristics of a good medimentary were there. Same for the Lear. The problem with Lear is that why you guys are getting this waste rock and bring it out to the 1 kilometer away there and just dump it right there. You broke all the common sense. And that's where we're getting contamination of all the coral reefs around Misima Island and spreads to other islands. And that's the same company now that is trying to develop Wafi gold. So as the governor said, that let us try to fix this thing that we've been doing this all year round from all the other major developments. We're trying to do it right this time. This thing will go for 50 years. It's not 30 years, it's going to be more than that. So if we can dispose the tailings in a proper way, then I think that's the way to do it. Another thing, the filtrate mill. Why did you people put it right there on the wharf area? Filtrate, that you're going to get all the gold and copper, and the filter water will be just down right down into the sea there. Why don't you put it with the DSTP and goes down on the pipe? Filtrate water. So you mentioned about the xanthate. It's toxic, right? Xanthate is toxic, and other metals again. So why don't you get this filtered water and put it with a DSTP and go at the bottom of the sea? Solve the problem, right? You don't want to contaminate the surface of the area, and also you contaminate the deep sea. So those are the major issues, I think. That was my recommendation at the highest, but nobody took care of those. So that's why I'm still here. I won't go away. I'm sorry for that, but it's strictly science, right? And environmental footprint. We've got to minimize the environmental footprint. That's the bottom line. I think I'll stop from here. Thank you very much.